Hello, St. Louis River Summit attendees. My name is Madison Rodman, and I'm a Resilience Extension Educator with Minnesota Sea Grant. During the next 10 minutes or so, I'm excited to share a bit more about Paddle Safe, enhancing water recreation safety in the Twin Ports. My co-author for the presentation today is Jesse Schomburg from Minnesota Sea Grant. Before I begin today, I would like to acknowledge and thank the partners and funding for this work. This project would not have been possible without the contributions from the U.S. Coast Guard, Metropolitan Interstate Council, colleagues at Minnesota Sea Grant, and the Harbor Safety Work Group, a working group of the Navigation Subcommittee of the Harbor Technical Advisory Committee, which is an advisory committee of the Duluth Superior Metropolitan Interstate Council. Members of the work group include the University of Minnesota Duluth Recreational Sports Outdoor Program, local paddling outfitters, Minnesota and Wisconsin Department of Natural Resources, cities of Duluth and Superior, the U.S. Coast Guard Auxiliary, the Duluth Superior Power Squadron, the Duluth Boat Club, and more. Names of the partners that were particularly important to the project include Abby Lyons, Mike Wenholtz, Jesse Schomburg, Marie Toms, Aubrey Protratz, Ashley McFarland, Jane Reed, Rick Kolath, and members of the Harbor Safety Work Group and Navigation Subcommittee, which are too numerous to name here today. But thank you. This project was funded in part by a short-term action request grant from the Minnesota Department of Natural Resources, Minnesota's Lake Superior Coastal Program, administered by the Office for Coastal Management, National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. Again, thank you all. Now on to the project. As many of us know, the twin ports of Duluth, Minnesota and Superior, Wisconsin, St. Louis River Estuary, and the nearby north and south shores of Lake Superior support a diverse array of user groups. On the water, novice paddlers and freighter captains alike share the beautiful waters. Increased recreational traffic prompted the formation of the Harbor Safety Work Group, which I mentioned earlier, which focuses on a variety of local water safety topics. In the summer of 2017, the work group tasked the University of Minnesota Sea Grant College program with assessing the perspectives of safety and risk of recreational boaters who use our local waters. Results from the 2012 survey identified a need for a coordinated effort promoting paddle sport, which we define as canoe, kayak, and paddleboard safety, by leaders in the water safety, paddle sport, shipping, and motorized boating communities. Specific actions recommended from this survey and further work included creating safety messaging prioritized to high activity locations in the Duluth Superior area, messaging that addresses mixed user groups, and creating a web portal with information on local non-motorized boating safety. And from these recommendations in 2017, the collaborative Paddle Safe Twin Ports project was born. Today, I will highlight the features of our interactive safety website and launch site signs which promote recreational boating safety in the Twin Ports area. First, from these recommendations, there was a need for safety messaging. The project team developed launch site safety signs, which address and highlight 4 key safety messages from our group. And they include the appropriate use of personal flotation devices, keeping a safe distance from ships and associated infrastructure, staying weather aware and acknowledging how quickly water and weather conditions can change on the lake, estuary, and harbor, and understanding the dangers of cold water. These messages are colorful and bright and prominently featured on metal paddle-safe launch signs, which I'm showing you an image of here. These signs in the fall of 2020 were installed at 10 canoe, kayak, stand-up paddleboard launch sites across the Twin Ports. The 10 sites chosen were prioritized by the work group and include sites that extend in the north from Brighton Beach to Boy Scout Landing in the south, and sites along Minnesota, Wisconsin Point, and within the harbor. The signs were printed on the largest format allowed by existing signposts, and here is a photo of an installed launch site that you might recognize at the 12th Street entrance of the Park Point Beach. Along with featuring key safety messages, the launch sites signs direct users to our paddlesafetwinports.org website, which addresses the second need identified by the work group, a web portal with information on local, non-motorized boating safety. The website was based off of a successful parkpointbeach.org site that you might know of, and it provides a suite of additional resources to support a safe local paddling experience. The homepage that you see here provides a real-time weather dashboard. It includes information such as water and wave temperature, ship traffic, and links to additional pages to support a safe boating experience. Additional pages on our website include an interactive map telling you where you can launch, which includes the 10 launch sites which our safety signs have been installed. Once you click on one of those place marks or photos, you'll be taken to a descriptive page that tells you more about that launch site sign. So here is an example of the launch site description for the Woodstock Bay landing. Each of the launch site's description features a variety of photos in summertime conditions of the launch site, descriptions of the site including amenities, accessibility features, things you might be able to see nearby, and more. Also on our site, we provide a comprehensive safety page that first highlights our key safety messages on the sign, but then also details a variety of other safety information, such as where you can find and attend local paddling courses, what equipment might be appropriate to use, and how to plan for a safe paddling adventure. Lastly, one of the pages on our website is an opportunity to download or complete a float plan. So here's the page on our Paddle Safe Twinports website about float plans, which if you're not familiar, these are short documents that provide an overview of a paddle trip and describe who is paddling, where they're going, when they plan to depart and return, and what to do if they don't return on time. Our website provides 2 different float plans for paddlers to use. The first is a pretty typical one, and it was based off many that you see online that are available from other partners. And you can download it, print it out, fill it out with a pen or pencil, fill it out on your computer, print it out, and give it to a responsible person. The second one, and the one we're pretty excited about sharing today, is a digital fillable float plan. So it has the same fields, the who, where, when, and what to do that you saw in the float plan before, but you fill it out just like you'd be filling out any form or document online. And then when you're all done, you have the opportunity to enter up to 2 email addresses who you'd like to receive your plan. A few seconds later, after you click submit, you'll receive your float plan in an inbox. So this float plan contains all the information you would have entered on the online field, and it's pretty great. And we hope this different take on a float plan will encourage more people to complete them. It's less of a burden. Maybe it's one more thing to complete before they head on the estuary or Lake Superior. And this could also be an opportunity, say if you were at a launch site and you completely forgot about your float plan, you see our launch site sign, you're able to complete this form rather quickly and email it to a responsible party before you even launch for the day. So together, we hope our launch site safety signs and paddle web portal address that need for a coordinated effort promoting paddle sport, canoe, kayak, and paddleboard safety in our area. Together, this work and the great work by many of our partners helps to proactively convey safety messages in an attempt to circumvent potential tragedies that could occur on the water, especially those relating to paddlers and freight traffic. Next steps for the project include a public social media rollout and promotion this spring and summer, and a follow-up evaluation of the project, which is likely in the summer of 2022, about 5 years after that initial survey was deployed. And paddling. I invite you to check out our website, look for the signs around the Twin Ports, and I hope to hear from you and other paddlers as you're out exploring on the water sometime in the spring and summer when we have some warm weather. Thank you so much for your time and attention today, and I will answer any questions you have if we have time available.